Hi, I'm Jacob, CEO at Bkper, an online bookkeeping service where machines and bots do the heavy work for you so that accounting and finances is made simple on your Google environment. Now, I'm new to this thing, so let's see how this goes. Let me share my screen with you. I believe I have to go here. So the other day, we released a feature that's the collections, where you can group books into certain entities. In this case, I will show it to you with multiple currencies. But of course, it can be something like branch offices or teams that you want to set off to each other. So what you see here is that within your book, you can see the other valuta, okay? The other currency. So here you see the transaction in US dollars, and here you see them in Brazilian real. This with just one click. And also, if you're looking and doing analysis for some reason, for something specific, the book between each other stays within the context that you are working, okay? So now let's take a look at the customer. Oh, what was this in Brazilian real? And then you can take a look here, okay? So this is a very powerful way to work with different entities and switch quickly back and forth. Before, how do we used to work? You had to go out of the book, look for the other book, and enter the other book, paste or use a saved query to get to that same point where you were before. And now it's just one click here below, okay? The reason why I'm highlighting this today is because on Twitter the other day, Lubov gave us a big thumbs up for this feature. And Lubov is a public notary and an enrolled agent with the IRS. And with her firm A to Z Bookkeeping in Florida, she helps dozens of people and companies all over the country with advice and filings, as she is both certified for QuickBooks and Xero. At Bkper, we support her work as she loves to help clients onboard on Bkper to do their bookkeeping within the Google environment. And of course, you can find all her contact data below in the description of this video. Now let's go and take a look on how to make this work for yourself, okay? So a good starting point is always to copy a template. Let's do that. I'll make a copy of this. So let's call this Auto Strats. Give it a bit different name, and this is going to be the US dollar book. Okay. So this is my book. There it is. And we do the same. Make another copy. Auto Strats. Euro. This one is going to be for euros. Okay. So now, how does the collection work? If you use the first part and the extension is different, it will be named, it will use the extension to do the switch between the books in your collection, okay? So let's make a collection with the same name of the first part of the book names, all right? Auto Strats. Save. Now I'll place these two books into this collection. Now let me do something first so you can see. Remove it. So now if I go into the AutoStrats book, you don't see nothing here, right? Okay. Now let's put it back into the autostrats. And now if I go into this book, you will find the two currencies here below, right? So you can already start to switch between these two books. So far, the part of setting up your collection, okay? Now, let's take a look on how to use the exchange bot. So we go to our automations, and here you have several bots. This is the bots and apps. There's a little explanation. Let's install it. And this is basically how it works. When you check a transaction, the exchange bot will pick the data of the transaction, look for the exchange rates, and apply them onto the other book that's in your collection. Okay. We use the exchange rates API.io, but of course, if you want to use your endpoint, you can use another URL. Okay. So first of all, I only need the exchange code to be added to my book properties. Okay, so let's take a look here. Back to our book. The settings, book properties. Since I copied this book, there's already a key there. So this is my Euro book, okay? Now I have to do the same in the other book. So let's go to automations here. Install the exchange bot. Use the exchange code. Okay. Now add the USD property. This is USD. You have to use the codes that these codes, USD and Euro. You have to use the codes that your exchange rates handle. Okay, so if they use a different naming, you use that naming here as well. Okay. Okay, let's try something here. We have made an expense of 2,000. We are in our US dollar book. Okay, there's a transaction. Okay, now let's check it, because the bot kicks in when a transaction is checked. And there it is. You see it a bit later appear, and you can check what it sent to the other books in the collection. Okay, so in this case, it sends the AutoStrat Euro book, and with these values, with this description. Okay, if something goes wrong, this thing will pop up in your face like this big and red. Okay, so you have a guarantee that it's happening. Now let's switch to the Euro book. Let's see what happens. And here's the transaction. Okay, you can see that the value is a bit less because it's euros, of course, and you can see how it got here. So you can always find the agent who posted this transaction in your transaction itself. And in your activities, you can also see how it got here via the exchange bot, right? And then the Bkper book bot completed the transaction for you and posted it, okay? So now the interesting thing is what happens if I check this one? Is it going back to the USD book? No, because it has the identification that it was posted by an exchange bot. So it doesn't go back anymore. Okay. Now, what if I post something in euros? Let's say a customer paid us. €500. That must be a bit more in US dollars. So here's my transaction. It's posted, and now I'll check it. You'll see the bot appear here, and it says I'll send it to the US dollar one. There you go. Now let's check out the US dollar book. And here you can see it came through the exchange bot, and the value actually is a bit higher. Okay, so I'll check this one as well for now. And now the powerful thing of this is, so what if you have thousands and thousands of transactions and you want to understand something between the two currencies? Okay, so then you have to work with your queries, search through data. Maybe you want to watch it in the charts, and then you want to go back and forth like, hey, oh yeah, this is okay. You can see that it's the same. You can check out the differences if there's any difference, okay? You will really quickly see if there's something not okay. So yeah, that's the exchange bot and the collections. I hope you like this kind of video. And if you have any questions and you want us to answer, let me see, I can go back here, right, to my, okay, getting used to this, okay. So, and the next time I will try to make it like this live, I will try to make it public, and so you can follow it and you can ask questions in the chat box, okay? But just learning how to do a live here and how everything works with switching screens and stuff like that, okay? Anyways, if you have any questions and you want to have a video like this where I explain how the details work and how you can benefit to the maximum of these features, please leave them in the comments of this video, or write them in to our Twitter channel. We're happy to pick out the best ones, and like, for example, once a month or twice a month, make a video like this so you can get a detailed explanation. Thank you very much for your attention, and hope to see you soon with new questions. Okay, cheers.